welcome Machinima's star, xJawz.
Thank you so much for having me, Shira. I really appreciate it.
It is so great to see you here. We go way back.
Yes, we do.
And now, what is it like for you to be here at VidCon? What does it mean to you?
It means a lot to me because, a year ago from today, I was a really reserved person, and a lot of the gamers are. A lot of the gamers have the same sort of story. They were reserved, shy people who would stay inside and play video games all day, and that's how they became proficient at it, and that's how they eventually build a huge audience over it, because gamers typically come to a video, like a gamer video, to see the skill that someone has, at least in the case with Call of Duty multiplayer videos like I make, but they stay for the personality, right? So a lot of these people, they come and they see our personalities, and then they want to come out to events like this and meet us, and it's growing so slowly, to be quite honest, because at this event, despite the size of a lot of these gaming channels, there's not a lot of gamer fans out here. So it's just awesome to be out here. This is my first VidCon. It's a ton of fun. I got to meet a lot of really great YouTubers who I really enjoy watching and who I really like. Huge fans of people like iJustine and Dimbo, who are coming on here from Annoying Orange. And it's just awesome because that gaming community is starting to evolve into or it's starting to become assimilated with the rest of the YouTube community.
Yeah, why do you think it was so separate for so long?
Well, just because the gamers are, to be honest, a lot of them, we admit it to ourselves, we're weird people, We're not we play video games all day.
That happens to be one of the biggest growing genres and communities on YouTube.
Yes, it is. Gaming is the second largest channel right behind music, or second largest category right behind music on YouTube.
How are you able to build your community from just doing it in Jersey to now into a really much bigger brand? I mean, describe your views. Just give people a little bit of context.
Gotcha. So when I started, I just was trying to teach people how to get better at the game, right? I started with literally zero aspirations. I was 15 years old. This was in November of 2009. And I just wanted to interact with people and teach them a little bit about how to play the game. And it started with just very slow growth until I started to see a lot of interaction. And this was when the community was very, very small. There was only around 50 people doing what I was doing at the time. I was one of the first 50 people doing it, and now there's tens of thousands, over 10,000 people doing it. I mean, Machinima alone has 3,500 gaming channels partnered, and obviously there's a lot of other networks that also have people underneath them and people who are unsigned. But I just consistently made videos. As I saw the interaction increase, the engagement in my videos increase, I was more motivated to create more content, and doing consistent content, daily basis, multiple videos. I was the first gamer to do 3 videos a day for Call of Duty. 3
videos a day
yes.
for Call of Duty.
Yeah, because they're a lot easier to make. They're lower production value, lower production quality, I guess you could say. A lot of them are very simply the gameplay that you would see on the screen, as well as your voiceover to it. And then eventually the production quality of a lot of these gamers' videos increased, and a lot of them have diversified into other categories of YouTube, trying to do comedy stuff that also hits that same demographic or entertains that same demographic they already have. But yeah, I mean.
But you started a few years ago, so you said there wasn't as many people, and now there's a lot more noise, a lot more people. Yeah. How are you supposed to stand out this day and age?
Well, you have to be extremely unique. The people who started originally definitely had a huge, huge advantage. You know what I mean? There's definitely something to be said for the luck that I got, or the timing is really what I'm getting at here, was really great. And there's very few people who have really stood out since the beginning, because just being around towards the beginning was huge. So you look at YouTubers like Syndicate and T-Martin. I mean, Syndicate now over 1 million subscribers, getting tens of millions
they're
of views.
young.
Yeah, extremely young. A lot of these guys are just young gamers who got into this just to do it for fun and have made huge careers off of it. But if you really want to stand out, you really need to put a ton of effort into your content. You really need to put up consistent content. That's across the board for anything, no matter what category you're a part of, obviously. But you also then need to figure out how you're going to entertain your audience. Is it going to be through educating people, like doing question and answer videos and trying to give your subscribers advice? Or is it going to be entertainment with comedy like White Boy 7th Street does? Or is it going to be just interaction and sort of inspiration, where you're talking about your life and telling them a little bit about who you are?
And so where do you see your brand going? I mean, it started mostly with these gaming videos, but are you trying to branch out now?
Well, yeah, I am actually. Gaming for me was always a passion of mine since I was very young. I always was really into, Xbox and different PC games and stuff like that. But it's pretty overplayed, and obviously the market for gaming videos is really oversaturated. So there's some other areas of YouTube that I think there's still a lot of room for innovation in, and one that I'm actually going to be dabbling in, trying out, is party videos.
So this is interesting. So the next step on YouTube, yeah, you are trying to get into is party videos.
Well,
tell people more about what that means.
I'm just testing it out. It's just something I'm experimenting with at the moment because I just had my birthday. I just turned 18 years old.
18 years old. You are an old man.
Yeah. I turned 18 years old on June 22nd, and I didn't have a birthday party. And the reason why I didn't have a birthday party is because I'm actually going to be holding a birthday party in mid-August.
Okay.
And you're familiar with the movie Project X, right?
Yes.
So my online pseudonym is xJawz. So what I'm actually doing is holding a party called Project xJawz, all right?
Smart.
I have a couple different sponsors involved, and going to be renting out a large venue between 250 to 500 people. Going to be getting a lot of YouTubers out there, doing a lot of really fun stuff.
So you're making your birthday into, a
really-
big marketing event.
Yeah, I really want to just do something that's really awesome. I'm not trying to put money in my pocket with this event. I'm trying to put all the money that I get from these sponsors back into the production value of the videos, making really high quality stuff out of this, because I'm going to be making between 5 and 15 VOD videos for different sponsors, and just like for fun to showcase a lot of the cool things we're going to have there going on.
So you're an entrepreneur. Do you look at yourself as, a part of this growing community of artist content entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Entertainment is really like, I don't know that I would say I'm really that much of an entertainment entrepreneur. I think I told you before when we were doing the interview at the Machinima headquarters, I trade stocks. I trade oil futures. I'm really into the stock market, and my friend got me into that in high school. But I'm also just looking for other things that I can get into. And this entertainment thing is so new to me because it's like you have to appeal to the masses. You know what I mean? If you want to, trade stocks or you want to start your own company, you don't really have to appeal to the masses typically. You don't have to worry about what the audience thinks. It's really about like your business tactics and strategies. But it's far different on YouTube because your tactics and strategies in getting large on YouTube and building an audience and entertaining people are constantly critiqued, criticized, hated on.
So how do you deal with that, and how do you grow that without?
Everyone's got their own way of dealing with haters and their own way of addressing it. I really just try my best to make stuff that my subscribers really enjoy and make stuff that I want to create. Because if my heart's not in it, the quality isn't going to be up there. And you notice that with a lot of people who just will try and push out really overplayed stuff in the market or in the gaming category, just plain old commentaries. And they never turn out super well, and those people never build huge audiences because their heart isn't in it. Maybe people are just trying to build a large audience just so they can have a large audience. I want to make stuff that I enjoy making, because if I enjoy making it, I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy watching it.
So what's the next big game that we're going to see people doing gameplay with?
So in November, Black Ops 2 is going to be coming out, and that's going to be an incredible game. I actually had the honor of meeting with the developers of that game.
Yeah.
I was at E3, and for the first time ever, the people from Activision and Treyarch, the studio that's making the game, invited me backstage to get a sneak peek at Black Ops 2. They told me a lot about what they're doing with that game and some of their plans to cater that game specifically for the competitive community, the gamers who play at the top notch, like in Major League Gaming, if you're familiar with that company, and also they're catering it for the YouTube scene. So within the game, real briefly, I'll just say they have a theater mode system where you can record your games and upload clips of them, or they did it for Black Ops onto online, but there was like a limit of like 30 seconds, something like that, and it wasn't that great quality. So what I'm hoping to see, because they wouldn't give me the details, unfortunately. I tried to pry them out of them, but they wouldn't give them to me. What I'm hoping to see is a really beefed up theater mode system that allows just about anyone out there who owns an Xbox and a disc and a computer, the Black Ops 2 disc, to make videos on YouTube.
Encouraging the socialization of their experience.
Exactly, yeah. That way anyone can start posting up their gameplay, because there's a lot of unsung talent or talent that hasn't been found because of the fact that they might not have the proper hardware or software to start doing it. And if it's all built into the game, like it sort of was with Black Ops 1, then that would be fantastic, and I'd love to see a ton more YouTubers come out, and maybe we could see some brand new YouTube. I'm sure we will. With every new game, new YouTubers make it huge, just like Syndicate did with Black Ops 1.
Very cool. Well, Sam, thank you so much for all of your insights into the gaming world. Give it up for xJawz.
Thank you for having me on, Shira.